Hi, welcome to this little video tutorial on how to assemble my little cute fairy flip folio. Let's take a quick look at it first and have a look what's in there. We've got this ribbon closure on the front. The reverse is printed with this lovely vintage typography and this aged paper and this beautiful little fairy house. And we've got these fairy shelves which open to reveal a pocket with tags in it. That one's the other way around so you can see it from the front. And in here we've got more tags. There's another pocket there I haven't filled. Got more tags in here with a word behind. And then we can open this flip. Oh, look at her, she's beautiful. And a couple more little tags to reveal her behind. Open this one up. Couple of little tags and a word, and then on this back pocket we've got this sort of ghost pocket here, and we've got a few more larger journaling tags that have all been reverse printed with a sympathetic image. So there we are. That is my cute fairy flip folio. Let's go and have a look at how I put that together. There are 3 pages in your kit plus a backing sheet. Now I've printed out the 3 pages and I've reverse printed on the back of each sheet the backing sheet. You can obviously use a different one if you want to. So in the kit we get a selection of tags, which are all these little square cut ones. There are some gorgeous little fussies. Now I've made the choice not to ink up my edges this time. I usually do, but I wanted to keep these as they are and see how that looks. So I'll put those to one side. We've got a few little words down here, which you can use as you want. And all these here are your pockets. So you've got all these floral pockets, plus that big one there. So I'll put those off to one side as well. And we're going to be looking first at these pieces. So you've got the reverse and the front of your main structure and you've got these lovely little flips here, and the flips go in this order. So you have the large one on the right, then you've got a medium-sized one on the left, and the smallest of them again on the right. So we'll begin by sticking the big one to this page here. And we'll stick our back on at the end. Oh, in addition as well, I've got two little pieces of ribbon and a bit of tape. So I'll stick this flip on by putting a little bit of glue on this edge, aligning it in the centre here, so I've got an even amount at the top and an even amount at the bottom, and just flip that over to close it. And we'll do the same on the other side. Align it in the centre. I'm doing this just by eye. And then again, stay shut for a moment, put my scissors on you, and then again with the third flip that goes on the top. Line it in the middle of everything else, centralise it and squish it down. Now I want to put my ribbon on both sides. I want to put one there and I want to put one here. So before I stick this one on, I'm going to give this a moment to grab. Open this one up and find the relevant pocket. Now the pockets are all different sizes to correspond with the flip. So they're easy enough to find. You can just lay them against them and see which one fits and which one doesn't. So this is my pocket that corresponds to this flip because it's the right size, and I'm going to just flip. I'm going to stick this pocket down here, but before I do, I want to stick my piece of ribbon on. And to do that, I'm going to make sure I've got it on this side, the right side, the side that I want it. Put my ribbon down on there. I'm going to put a little bit of tape down over the top of it, just to save any excess ribbon on the inside of the pocket, causing a problem with me wanting to get tags in. And I want to glue it fairly close to the top of this pocket. So I'll pop a little bit of glue on there to stick my ribbon down for an extra little bit of security, like I say, fairly close to the top. And I'm just going to pop my piece of tape down over the top, and we won't see that when the thing is assembled. Make sure that's nicely stuck all around, and now I can go ahead and stick this section, this little pocket, onto the inside of my first flip. So I'll just glue around these edges. Putting a little bit more glue on the edge where the ribbon is, because that's going to be taking a bit of stress when we come to open it, fasten the ribbon and so on. So now we can pop that on. There is another one of these as well, if you want to pop it on the front. I'm not going to, because I want to be able to see those beautiful little fairy shelves. So that's that stuck in place. It's coming together rather nicely. And now I've got some more pockets to stick on to the next flip. There are two of these, one for the inside and one for the outside. You don't have to use them all, obviously, but they're there if you want to. I'm going to. So some glue on those three sides, pop that down on the front of my flip. You can do these before you stick your flip together if you want to, before you actually stick your flips on. Whatever you prefer. And I'll do the same on the inside. Now with this one, I just need to make sure that I don't overlap this fold here, and you may find that you've got a little tiny bit that you need to trim off on that side. Stick that down. Check that I can fold it nicely. And there you can see that I've got this little edge sticking out here, and I'll just trim that off. And on to the next flap. Flip, flap. This one has got this same decoration echoed at the bottom of it. So it should line up quite nicely. And again, you may find there's a little bit you need to trim off. So I'll go ahead and do that now, because I can see an annoying little bit of white paper there. And at the bottom as well. And I can glue this pocket on. Looking good, looking good. We're nearly done. Stick this pocket onto the inside. Like I say, the pockets are different sizes, so you'll have no trouble knowing which one goes where. Just lay them on and see if they fit. If they do, it's the right one. There's my other little pocket, and then I've got my final pocket which is going to go on here. Just check I don't need to trim that down just a little bit to allow for the slight discrepancy in the folds of these flips. So I'll do that. Put my glue along the 3 edges. And this pocket, as you can see, is a bit of a ghost pocket. Apart from this border running across the top, the image lines up, this frame and border lines up with this here, which I thought was quite a nice touch. And there we have the flip, and it goes right, left, right with our little bit of ribbon on. Looks great, looks great. And now I can go ahead and I can stick this piece on the back. And obviously I want to incorporate my other little piece of ribbon here. So lining that up with this one, so I know it's in the same place, I'll go ahead and I will glue this on, and I'll pop a little bit of tape on as well for extra security. Really because I trust this tape, it's very strong and sticky. So I'll just line these up, make sure I've got this the right way up first of all, which I have. Line up my 2 pieces, just hold my bit of ribbon in the right place, and then pop a little bit of glue underneath the ribbon. Squish that down and pop my tape on top. You'll notice I haven't gone right to the edge with that, and that's simply because this tape has got a little bit of a sheen to it, and I know that the glue prefers grabbing onto the paper than the tape. So now I can go ahead and I can stick all of this down to cover up my flaps at the back. I put a lot of glue on there because I want a nice, solid, rigid little flip when it's all dried and finished. I'll line up all my edges, make sure everything's looking square and in the right place. And there it is, the little flip is complete. I'm not going to go too, I'm going to be quite gentle with it until I know this glue has dried. And I can just tie my little bow. Like that, and obviously arrange that nicely. And there it is, the little flip. Let's pop all the little bits and pieces in, and of course you've got these words that you can pop on. I would actually ink up the outsides of these words just to give those a little bit of extra definition. I didn't want to with the main elements of the kit. I wanted to keep it like that. You've got this dark edged like craft paper effect going on already anyway, and also I've cut my fussies with a border. I think it looks quite nice, and I didn't want to go fussying those. I didn't want to ink up all of those because I think they look quite nice and clean like that, but I may well go ahead and ink up some of this flip folio. I like the way so that's my big Make-A-Wish. I could put this down here, couldn't I? Or I could put them on these areas here. I think I'll stick this one down here. You can pop them wherever you feel. Have a look around, have a play around. There we are, that's my words stuck on. It looks so cute. I haven't put any on the front. You can just see that little believe there, and then when you open it up, I've got these lovely words appearing. There we are. So I've inked up my tags. I wasn't going to, but I have done in the end. And I've also got my fussies. Oh, and I've also got these butterflies as well. I haven't done anything with those. I can use them as little little pocket stuffers, or I can stick them onto the actual flip book itself. So let's find some little ones. If I've got a little one that will fit inside. Oh, look at that, I love that. Maybe I'll pop that in there that way round so you can see it sticking out over the top. That works quite nicely. And I'll pop a little basket in there as well. Oh, this is the fun bit, isn't it? I love stuffing it and seeing what can go where. I've got some large tags that are going to need to go at the back in this big pocket. Then I've got this cute little owl here. He can go and live in there. Pop you behind. It's just a plain one with a little flower on it there. And I'm quite happy if these little tags stick out over the top. It's all added interest. Love this little fairy. Get in the pocket, love. There we are. And then I've got two little tags that can go in here. And I've also got some more fussies that I can pop in. She's pretty. Oh, that fits. I didn't know if it would or not. I've got this gorgeous little fairy. I wonder if she'd stick out over the top quite nicely. She probably would, wouldn't she? Let's have a look. You can't see her face. Not to worry. Pop her in that way. She's nice. And then we've got this little basket here that can go in. Pop you behind my owl. I want to see my owl. And then I've got this lovely little fairy here as well, and she can go in there. And I've still got my little butterflies left over, and I'll just scatter those around. I might lose that in the pocket. And I'll stick this one down here. Overlapping the edge of that pocket there. And there we are. That is my little cute fairy flip folio complete.